Okay guys, welcome to the farm. We're out after shrimp again tonight. Nothing new in that. If you haven't seen the other shrimp video I did, I'll put the link to it at the end of this video. It's just catching these tiny little shrimp. Tonight I'm starting an experiment and I'm going to bait them, it's the wife's idea actually, with pork fat. So, instead of using anything else, like I've been using catfish food, and looks like there's a fish in there, and it's been working. Don't catch a lot, but you know, it's probably not a lot to catch. Although the pond, the little dugout, whatever you want to call it, is just teeming with life. Last night was the first time I noticed how much, and tonight the fish are just going crazy again. I'll try and get some footage of that at the end here. There's no flat spots around here, so this is a little bit difficult. I took the steel weight out. I took it out of one first. It seemed to work fine, so I took the other one out. Bit of a pain they were, so. Not much. I noticed, oh, we got a minnow this time. It's jumping right out of the bucket. Oh, maybe not, that's bugs. Somebody's been playing with my traps during the day again. They weren't open, but they were moved. I'll chalk it up to curiosity, but I know they weren't opened. Okay, let's check the other one. No, they're not open. But the other knot, where I tie this main line here, where I had it tied to the fence post. There's a shrimp right there. Got ya. It was tied differently. So somebody's been playing in my pond. Well, quite a few in this one. I ended up with a normal amount. Getting more in my morning check than I do in the night check. There's probably more movement in the dark hours. I don't know if you can hear it. It's just, the little pond is just alive and naked fish flying out. I got 2 pieces of pork fat in this one. You know, we used to use salt pork for bait when I was trouting as a kid. That worked good. Here's what we got. A couple of minnows, a couple of handfuls of little shrimp. Not much, but it's something. Okay, I get these set back, and then we'll try and get a look at some of these fish. There's a lot. Most of them are just minnows. Don't think it's gonna work. I see some little ones there. Out there in the middle before, there was a whole bunch of snakehead. And you can see them, they were just sitting at the top waiting, and then, whoa, a big jump there. It's probably a snakehead came up. There was a snakehead jumped right there. There's some big snakehead, like, well, big for here, over a foot long. But the ones I've seen jumping are only 6-8 inches. And I saw an eel. At least I assume it was an eel and not a snake. I think my my splashing around has driven away the bigger fish. Still lots of minnows. Oh, right there, there's the snakehead. Gone now. There is a lot of life in this rice paddy right behind me here. Lots of frogs in that out. But there's fish in here. I can hear them splashing. And a farm just over beside the road here, the wife's aunt. Last night, just before dark, I was walking down the road on my way home. And it sounded like a kid jumped overboard. That's what it sounded like. Like a kid jumped in the farm. And when I looked, it was just a big ripple of water. Something big, a big fish of some kind. Jumped out of the water there. A couple of these rice paddies got lots of water, but it came from somewhere else. This guy's got a big lick. It's too bad you couldn't see that. Big snakehead. That's kind of cool, huh? Look at that. With all the nature sounds. Okay, morning guys. It's time to see if my pork fat, my frozen pork fat, actually worked as bait. I'm thinking with the catfish food, it disintegrates, plus they can eat it. So I'm thinking my bait is gone. Normally there's a little bit left, but I'm thinking I'm out of bait way too quick. And I don't know if they're gonna go for the pork anyway. Just an experiment. Let's see what happens. I like to do that. This is what the farm looks like this time of year. Really nice. When you got just the right amount of water like they have right here. Looks good, don't it? All right. Let's pull them up. Nobody played with the traps last night, so that's good. Or this morning. It is what, 7:30 I think. The farmers have been up and on the go since at least 5, so lots of time to play with stuff. But I don't think anyone touched them this time. Last night they did, or yesterday. Now I know my pork is still in there. I can see it. There are a few shrimp, but not many. And the other one's got fish in it. I don't know how many, a few. So I'm thinking, come on, full out. Yeah, there's probably only a dozen of those little shrimp. There's my chunk of pork. I'll put it back in. And I'll put the catfish food as well. We'll try both. I brought more fat, but I won't be using it. I won't be needing it. Let's check the other one. This one I put 2 smaller pieces of pork fat in it. They're both still there. Got at least 2 fish. Not as much as before. Conclusion, it works kind of. Yeah, only about half as many in this yesterday, and last night this one had a lot in it. And I had some minnows last night. Today we got these guys again. Really cool looking fish. I'm not sure what they are. There's only 2 of them. Pop in a few catfish food. Yeah, pretty. This is my worst check yet. Oh well. Live and learn. That's the thing about experimenting, you know. Most of the time it doesn't work. There we go. Okay. There's what we got. I actually ended up with 3 fish. I thought there was 2. And about a handful of shrimp. Half what I normally get. So, we'll release the fish. They're still alive. Jumping everywhere. And I have a different plan. I'm going to put that shrimp in there. For the shrimp. In this tank here, this is the concrete tank, the small part of the concrete tank. 2 days ago, I put 500 fish, baby catfish, and I want to see if I can get them to eat the shrimp. It's kind of a gamble because I want them to eat the pellets. I don't need them to think, oh, maybe I'll only eat fresh food. That would be a huge problem. So, how am I going to do this? They're a little bit smaller than the last batch. The last batch I didn't make any videos on. The last 2 batches actually were a little bit bigger than this. They're very healthy looking. Let's see if we can get them to eat the shrimp. Took it right out of my hand. Check that out. They're marching out of the bucket, jumping right into the water. I think they like shrimp. Here comes a bunch. Well, that's it for the shrimp. Oh, one more. I'll go get their food. I haven't fed them yet today. I feed my fish a lot less now than I used to. These guys haven't eaten much at all. But they will eat, don't get me wrong. I'm just not force feeding them anymore. Just a little in the morning and a little at night. And once they get to about 6 inches long, maybe not even that big. It's only once a day I feed them at night, that's it. It does slow down the growth rate, of course, but I've had less problems. And the cost of the feed has gone down too, I think. Not that I've actually figured it out. Nice looking fish though, huh? Look at that shot. They're quite small. Quite small compared to the last couple of batches. But not bad shape at all. Occasional marks on them, but not bad. And a lot of that could be just transport, you know. Some really tiny ones though. Give them a little bit more. That's it until tonight. Looking really good though, looking really, really good. Alright guys, well that's it. My experiment with the pork kind of worked, kind of didn't work. You know, it's not as good. Around here, the fishermen, the farmers, they use the fermented fish. The stuff that they use for cooking, they use that. It stinks to high heaven, and apparently makes very, very good shrimp bait. But I'm not interested in that at all. That's for sure. I'll stick with my catfish food. But good enough for what I need. Alright guys, as always, thanks for watching. Cute little guys, aren't they?